Hey everyone, we're Demir and Carrie, your hosts for the Lifehack Summit 2017.
If you sometimes feel overwhelmed, and if you know you don't have the best system for getting things done, or if you just want to be the most productive version of yourself and go to the next level in your life, you're definitely in the right place.
So in the Lifehack Summit 2017, our big topic was overcoming overwhelm. And we had 27 of the most sought after trainers, coaches, authors, and researchers tackling that topic. So in this video, we're distilling all of those lessons into this free short recap video.
So you can think of it like a video book summary. Now, before we get started, quick disclaimer. Of course, we're not going to even scratch the surface of what we covered in the summit.
Yeah, think about it. This is 27 hours of mentoring from the most sought after coaches and trainers in the world. So each hour-long interview is like a masterclass filled with so many gold nuggets and strategies. We couldn't possibly fit them all here.
So you're bound to want to rewatch your favorite interviews over and over again and catch the interviews you missed. So we created a lifetime access pass for these incredible interviews. It includes goodies, bonuses, and swag, downloadable PDFs, and materials to get the most out of these trainings.
Our lifetime membership pass will get you all the access you want, anytime you want, anywhere you want. And for the next few days, we're offering it at a dramatically discounted rate, and then it's going to be steadily going up in the coming weeks and months. Definitely act now. Just look for the button below called Lifetime Membership Pass to reserve your spot.
Okay, with that out of the way, here's 10 lessons we learned from the summit to help you be incredibly effective in your day.
Number 1, stop managing your time. Manage your energy and attention instead.
Yeah, it used to be that time was all we had to manage. In the industrial age, it was simple to tell how productive you were because productivity was just measured in widgets per hour. But today, this formula doesn't make sense anymore.
Distractions inundate our homes and offices on average 20 times per hour. Knowledge workers are expected to manage competing priorities, a full home life, and a demanding social environment. So it's no longer about how many tasks we cross off our list in an hour. It's about managing our attention and energy so that we don't burn out.
Shout out to Chris Bailey, Cal Newport, and Laura Vanderkamp for these amazing lessons. What's next?
All right. Second, prioritize ruthlessly, because if you don't, then somebody else will.
Oh, so true. Productivity pros aren't concerned with getting everything on their plate done. They're concerned with saying yes to the right things and no to everything else. Their to-do lists are cleared of anything unnecessary in service of their true priorities.
So instead of just letting the tides of life take you where they will, it's important to grab the reins and define your number one priority for your week, month, and year. It's easy to blame our circumstances or resources for our lack of forward movement towards our goals, but this isn't the attitude of a true productivity master. After all, as best-selling author Jay Papasan says, you can use money to buy future time, but there's no amount of money that can buy time you misspent in the past.
That's so true. Thank you, Jay Papasan, Dan Martell, and Greg McEwen for those incredible lessons from the summit. What's next, Carrie?
All right. Third, deep work is a superpower in the 21st century.
Oh, that's true. Now, deep work is defined by author Cal Newport as cognitively demanding tasks performed in a distraction-free concentration environment. Now, these efforts create big value. They improve on your existing skills, and they're hard for other people to replicate. In other words, they're not the shallow tasks that we tend to do most of our day, like email.
Exactly, and Cal argues that focus is the new IQ in the digital age of distraction, and that almost no individuals are actually focusing on developing, their focus. So for knowledge workers, he proposes that high-quality work produced equals time spent times intensity of focus. In other words, it's not just about putting in the hours, it's about developing focus as a muscle.
Thank you, Cal Newport and Jarek Robbins, for those amazing lessons from the summit.
4, mindsets are the groundwork for productivity.
We expected the most productive people in the world to have some secret technique, not apparent to the naked eye, the kind of secrets that, make the rest of us look bad and make them look endlessly productive. But as it turns out, they do. And that secret is their mindsets.
Exactly. Caitlin Pyle, a successful entrepreneur behind Proofread Anywhere, says that mindsets are the groundwork for the reality we create for ourselves. So top performers anticipate and circumvent mental roadblocks when they're experiencing analysis paralysis or other productivity malaise. They use meditation, mindfulness, and even common self-awareness to keep their mindsets focused and positive.
5, start off your day right with a night before routine.
So morning routines are in vogue amongst those
Totally.
hopeful for a daily formula for peak success. But the most productive people know that the secret to getting out of bed on the right side lies in the night before.
Now, creating a night before routine means setting yourself up for success the following day by looking at your schedule, setting your priorities, and adjusting for the new reality. Eric Fisher calls this passing the baton to your future self. So sort of like a general preparing for battle, you're creating a night before routine gets you on offense before your day forces you back onto defense.
6. Batch similar tasks together to optimize your creative flow.
Now, grouping tasks of similar difficulty and skill is a simple way to make work feel easier. Now, by clustering those tasks in your day, for example, just making phone calls between 2 to 4 p.m., instead of spreading them all out through the day, you're able to stay in an uninterrupted flow state for longer.
And this makes it simpler for your brain to process information and solve problems instead of constantly jumping between unrelated tasks.
Amen. 7, trick your brain into optimal performance.
Our brains are designed to protect us from doing things that could cause us pain or harm, but this really backfires when we're trying to get to the next level of life. Because while status quo is comfortable, to reach to the next level requires us to step way outside our comfort zone.
Now, the good news is that modern psychologists, therapists, and thought leaders suggest a lot of ways to trick those evolutionary mechanisms and keep our brains from holding us back. Now, Mel Robbins says you can actually out-trick your brain in furtherance of your higher goals. Her simple 5-second rule collapses a litany of psychological principles and bypasses our built-in processes that keep us in a mode of inaction, procrastination, and avoidance.
Number 8, seek out discomfort on a daily basis.
Oh, yeah. Now, the most productive, successful people actively seek out a feeling of discomfort in their day. I know that sounds weird. Lewis Howes describes applying this principle to everything that he does. From his intense morning workouts, to his award-winning podcast, to writing his next bestseller, if it doesn't feel slightly outside of his comfort zone, then he knows he isn't pushing himself hard enough. So as he puts it, the only way for us to grow constantly is to step into things we've never done and sometimes are painful.
Charlie Hone, the TEDx speaker and marketing guru behind many best-selling books, describes how he actually does improv comedy to become better at failing and continually push himself outside his comfort zone. Being better at dealing with failure makes him more confident and willing to make bold leaps forward.
9, defend your creative time viciously.
Time has this way of disappearing fast, right? So the most productive people actively find ways to defend big blocks of time where they can really dive into creative work.
Oh, yeah.
Amy Porterfield blocks her tiger time on her calendar, and she's so committed to this time that she'll fight for it no matter what distractions are thrown at her, including a party happening right downstairs.
Now, other prolific writers and content producers are adamant about defending their mornings. Todd Henry has written 3 books on unleashing potential, and when he doesn't want to start writing or he's procrastinating on that next podcast, he reminds himself that he wants to die empty. He says, get your best work out of you so you don't take it to your grave.
Exactly. And number 10 is play the long game when it comes to relationships.
Clinton Senko, the co-founder and COO of Influensive, attributes a lot of his success to the network that he's developed over the years. Now, I know, in the short term, it seems pointless to provide value to other people in their network, but he says it's a long-term play, because in the long term, it'll actually catapult you forward.
This secret seems particularly crucial today as the relationship economy rears its head. As we struggle to find our place in an increasingly global world, the relationships that we grow and maintain are what differentiate us from the pack. In fact, leading performance coach Jarek Robbins goes so far as to say 33% of the people in your peer group should be 5 steps ahead of you.
Okay, let's recap. And feel free to jot these down. First, don't just manage your time, manage your energy and attention just as carefully.
Second, prioritize ruthlessly, because if you don't, somebody else will.
Third, deep work is a superpower in the 21st century, so we have to get our focus back.
4, mindsets are the groundwork for productivity.
5, starting your day off right a lot of times can mean a night before routine.
6, batch similar tasks together to optimize your creative flow.
7, you can trick your brain into optimal performance.
8, seek out comfort on a daily basis.
9, defend your creative time viciously.
And 10, play the long game when it comes to relationships.
Wow, this is amazing stuff.
Heck yeah. Okay, and those were 10 lessons that we learned from Lifehack Summit 2017. We hope you enjoyed those. But folks, that was just the tip of the iceberg.
If you want more than these 10, we got them. We have trainings with 25 superstar coaches, trainers, authors, and researchers, capturing their secrets on better mindsets, the perfect workflow, and freedom lifestyle. Now, we interviewed Lewis Howes, Kevin Harrington, Natalie Sasson, Dan Martell, and Mel Robbins, and 20 other incredible talents all to bring that knowledge to you.
Exactly. These speakers are among the most productive people in the world, including best-selling authors, multimillionaires, thought leaders, social influencers, media commentators, TED speakers, and serial entrepreneurs.
Now, I know you might have missed the live summit and you still want to get in on action. So we created a lifetime access pass to all of these incredible interviews. And pound for pound, this is the most bang that you're going to get for your buck because there's over 20 hours of training here. Downloadable PDFs, training materials, summit notebooks, goodies, bonuses, and swag.
Our lifetime membership pass will get you all the access you want, anytime you want, anywhere you want. And for the next few days only, we're going to be offering it again at this dramatically discounted rate for you guys. And then it's going to be steadily going up in the coming weeks and months.
So act now. Look for the button below called Lifetime Membership Pass to book your spot.
And while you're at it, don't forget to get on the mailing list for next year's summit.
Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to check out the videos that are in the Lifetime Access Pass, and we will see you guys at next year's summit.
Thanks for watching.
Let's be amazing.
That's going in the blooper.
Oh my God.